Found very, very beneficial throughout my life, and I use it all the time. As a massage therapist with a license through the state, in order to renew your license, you must take continuing education every year. You have to have so many credits to take your renewal. And so she called it refilling the cookie jar. So when you've got this cookie jar and the cookies are all gone, what you got in the bottom? Crumbs, exactly. So you hit the pause button and you go do something for yourself, right? And refill that cookie jar. That's what the stuckness is wanting to tell you, that you're stuck, you need to do something for you. So there are ways that we can get unstuck. Oh, I am going really fast. One of the ways that you can get unstuck, I need a tissue. So how to get unstuck, or ways that you can. Can you guys see that okay?
No, not really.
Unstuck. Which light? This one?
No.
Is that better?
Yeah, that'll help.
Okay, let's see if this will help.
Better.
Okay, you can make a change in your routine.
There you go.
Okay, so when you wake up in the morning, what's the first thing you do besides go to the bathroom?
Smile.
You smile. Do you do that?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, anybody else? Exercise? Head for the coffee pot. That's mine. Coffee. Bathroom, coffee. That's my priority. What do we do next?
10 and 10 for the day.
Do you do that? Awesome. That's perfect. What else?
Take a shower.
Take a shower. Okay.
My dog's out.
Let your dogs out. That's right. Dogs need to go potty and get their morning thing going, right?
Yeah, my dog's going.
Perfect. So we all have these things that we do in the morning when we wake up, right? Every single one of us. And every day probably looks pretty close to the same. And when we're stuck, it definitely looks the same. Because we are on autopilot. Because we're stuck and we don't know a new way. So the first thing, one of the things that you can do is make a change in your routine. So in the morning when you get up and you use the facilities, do something else besides what you normally do. So like, when I get up in the morning, I go for the coffee pot, that's my go-to. So instead of going straight for the coffee pot, I could take my dogs for a walk, take some water with me, then I could come back and have my coffee, because that's going to make things shift. And the only way to get unstuck is to have that shift, right? Another thing we could do is a random act of kindness. Do something nice for somebody else without any expectations of anything in return.
Kindness is with a K.
Not today, it's with a C. We made a change. Thank you for that. That was awesome. You totally rock. Hey, spirit's good, huh? Who says God doesn't have a sense of humor? That too, making sure you're paying attention. That's right. So do something nice for somebody else without any expectations of receiving anything in return. Now, I was in a Facebook group that was one of the 9 daily habits that we were supposed to record every day that we did. Now, I don't know about all of you, and I'm betting most of you are probably the same as me, because we're all in the same place with the same energy. But I do that all the time without even thinking about it. You let somebody go in front of you in the line when you're at the checkout, right? You got a basket full, they got 3 things. Or they may even have a basket full and you only have 3 things. But that's okay. It's like, no, go ahead, it's all right. Compliment somebody. If you see somebody wearing something absolutely beautiful, it's like, that is a lovely blue on you. That looks so amazing. You should have seen her face light up. Now, I meant that from my heart, because that's the only way I'm going to compliment somebody. But I didn't expect anything in return except for she was my example. So it's as simple as, when they first put that out there, I was thinking that random acts of kindness had to be this big extravagant thing, go up and give a stranger $50, buy somebody. Well, you could buy somebody coffee, the person behind you. I was just listening to her. What was I listening to? Somebody, I read it. Anyway. The gentleman likes to, it was Doreen Virtue she pulled her cards this morning, and she said that her grandfather lives in the state, which I didn't realize, has to cross one of the bridges that has a toll on it. And one of the things that he likes to do every now and again is pay for the 10 people behind him. Right? Now, it doesn't have to be that big. You could do it for one person. You go get a coffee. I hear this all the time. I bought the coffee for the person behind me. Somebody drops something. You pick it up. Excuse me. Hey, you dropped this? That's a random act of kindness. It doesn't have to look a certain way. And that's another way that we can get unstuck, is when we realize that it doesn't have to look a certain way. We get all caught up in what we think it's supposed to look like. When if we just get out of our own way, the answers will come. Okay. We can play music. How many people here love to listen to music? And usually if you have an uplifted song, what's going to happen? You're going to dance, right? And if you're dancing, what are you doing? You're exercising, which takes me to my next one, right? Move your body. A body in motion tends to stay in motion. A body at rest tends to stay at rest, right? I know that when I get stuck, I'm a little slug. And little slugs don't move very well. And she has no energy to get up and go do something productive. And then we go back to that procrastination and that frozen and that overwhelm and all of those things that, put me there in the first place. Let's see. Exercise. Another good form of exercise. And this, I don't know how many of you do this, and I'm guilty of not. And that shall change, because it's been weighed real heavily on it's been impressed upon me very heavily the last few weeks. Yoga. Because you too. See, I'm not the only one. We're all receiving the same message. Yoga is a great way to connect with Source and your body. So it connects Source and your body and moves through you, and it opens things up. Because when you do a pose, it actually opens the body, which helps things to align better and allows the energy to flow through you. And if the energy is flowing through you, then it's no longer stuck, right? No more stuckedness. Get out and connect with Mother Earth. Yeah, that's a good way. So go out and do some, what do they call that when you take your shoes off?
Grounding.
Grounding. What else did I hear?
Earthing.
Earthing. That's the word. Thank you. Yes, but you do ground when you're earthing. So get out there and wiggle your toes in the dirt or the grass or the gravel if that's what you have. Be careful of the tackweeds. But do that. Get out and make that connection, because there's so much energy in Mother Earth for us. Gardening. Now that's a beautiful way to connect with. I love that. That is such a meditative thing to do. Go out and pull the weeds. You know all about the flowers and the weeds. Yes, thank you. Okay. Be still and unplug. Unplug. That one's really important in today's society, especially because we're so caught up in where's my phone?
Here.
Thank you. This. Right? How much time do we spend with this? I admit, I spend a big portion of my day with this. Thank you. So if we unplug, even for a half hour, close down the computer, turn off the ringer of your phone. Don't just put it away, turn the ringer off. If the ringer does vibrate and you can't make it silent, turn the phone off. Turn it off. Unplug. Go outside and in your garden. Go do some earthing. Take your dogs for a walk. Go lay in a hammock. Go sit on your back deck and admire everything around you, or your front porch, or whatever it is that you have. Go to the park. Leave the phone at home. Honestly, if somebody needs to get what happened? Okay, you guys are all my age, most of you, that you remember the old dial rotary phones, right? We didn't even have answering machines, guys. Party lines, right? Yeah. Yep, we had the party lines. I remember those too. That was fun as a kid. But anyway, we didn't have answering machines. If people called us and we didn't answer the phone, if it was important, they called us back. Guess what? They'll still do it today, but most people don't talk on the phone anyway. They do this instead. Turn it off. Turn it off.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, just turn it off. The other night I went to bed, I couldn't find my phone. I usually plug my phone in when I go to sleep at night so that it's charged up over the, it goes off, it goes silent through the evening because I don't like people calling me in the middle of the night. And in the morning, of course, I pick it up, look at the clock on it, see what time it is, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, just turn it off. I couldn't find my phone the other night when I went to sleep, and I thought, you know what, it's okay. I don't need it. It can stay wherever it is. And in the morning, when I get there, guess what? It's going to be there. It will, and it showed me where it was, and all was right with the world. But just unplug, even for a short amount of time. You'll be amazed at how good you'll feel and how much information and insight you'll receive. What's another one? Meditate. How many of you have a daily meditation practice? I don't. But, I'm putting my hand up anyway, just so that you can see that we can raise our hand on this one. So those of you that don't have a daily meditation, how many of you struggle to meditate? Okay, and why do we struggle? What struggles do you have with your meditation?
Because I'm always busy.
Always busy. She's busy doing.
Mental noise.
Mental noise, more doing.
Can't shut the brain off.
Can't shut the brain off, more doing. Too early?
No, do it.
Oh, do it early, yes. That's one of the recommendations that I've kept seeing over and over while I was pulling information for today's message, is when you first wake up is that beautiful, perfect time to actually do a meditation, because your brain is still in that zone. There's that special rhythm, alpha rhythm or whatever it's called. I don't know what it is because that's not what I studied. But anyway, when you first wake up in the morning, your brain is in that place where it's real easy to just kind of get up, go do your business. Hey, there you go. Make a change. So rather than making your coffee or taking your dog for a walk, we do a meditation. Because your brain's already kind of quieted down. It hasn't had the whole day to process 50 bazillion bytes of information, or how many ever there are that process through there. It's a lot. So yeah, we could learn to meditate. Do that first thing in the morning. I know some people who don't like to meditate. They don't like to medicate either. I'm one of those. No medication, thank you. And then there are those who do like to medicate. Hey, whatever. So try your meditation first thing in the morning instead of later in the day. You can do a walking meditation. So you could do that after you wake up in the morning while you're making your change. And while you're on your walking meditation, you could do a random act of kindness for a stranger with a C. Oh, I love that. Caring. Perfect. Sorry, you guys, I'm showing you my back. That is beautiful. What's your name? Teresa. Teresa. With an H or no? Terrrisa. Teresa, thank you. That's awesome. Random act of caring. Beautiful. I'm sorry?
That's why I'm in
Yes, see, and that's why I didn't change it, because I knew it was supposed to be up there. You guys just thought I couldn't spell. I used to win my spelling bees all the time, you guys. I'm a great speller. But anyway, it's perfect, see? So meditate, change. You can do a random act of caring while you're out doing a walking meditation. You could plug into a guided meditation that has some music that's uplifting. You could do a dancing, walking, guided meditation, right? People might think you're crazy, but that's okay. Own your craziness, because guess what? It's making a change. And if you're making a change and letting people see you in your craziness, they're getting out of your stock, right? Oh my God, you guys, I was terrified before I got up here this morning. This is like the most calm I've ever been doing a presentation. The first time I gave a message, I was freaked out. My notes were a mess. I didn't know what I was doing. Everybody said it was good, but I was like, I sucked. But today, you guys, you're making this so much fun. Thank you. I made a change. I believe I'm doing a random act of caring, except it's not really random, because I was asked if I'd give the message, and I said, yes, I've got one. Oh crap, what am I going to do? I did play some music this morning because I didn't get my guided meditation that we'll do here pretty soon until this morning, and I'm like, I have no idea. Kind of like Janice, I don't know what I'm going to do, please. I went to bed last night and I'm saying, God, please, give me the meditation. I need this. Let me have it downloaded when I wake up, and it wasn't there. So I went on, I got my coffee, and I went outside and I grabbed my laptop and I sat on my back deck with my coffee and my laptop and my notes went. There you go, and here we are, and damn, Spirit's good because I got out of my own way. Another thing that you can do, and I found this through Pinterest. Oh my God, who doesn't love Pinterest? If you do not like Pinterest, raise your hand. Do you know what it is? I got it sucks. I know what it is. I don't know what it is. Pinterest, I think, is like this most amazing place where you can find anything that you want in the world. I found out how to cover the stairs in my stairwell with the fabric. I found out what I could use to paint the ugly 70s paneling that was on the stairwell wall. I learned how to make many of the dishes that I brought here for the potlucks. And I found this tarot spread. So for those of you who like tarot, you can do a tarot reading on how to get unstuck. And I'm going to put it up here. I had a PowerPoint, but unfortunately my computer and their system doesn't talk to each other. So we're unplugging. So anyhow, this is what it looked like. And let me find it. Give me just a second. I'm pretty sure I probably didn't. Okay. So anyhow, and if you guys want to take a picture of this later or copy it down or whatever, please, by all means, do so. Sorry, guys. So anyhow, I found it on Pinterest, and I can't recall the name of the gal where I found it. And if you guys want a copy of this, go to the Divine Fellowship page and I'll see if I can't upload it in the files or something, and you can find it there, or I'll just post it. Anyhow, I'll figure it out. So the first card is, why am I stuck in this rut? Right? So you do your thing with your card, you pull it, you slap it down, why am I stuck in this rut? The second one, right here, what's my first step to getting out of it? So what's my step? Number 1. Number 3, here, at the top of the arrow. What should I let go of? Yeah, right? And number 4, down here. What else should I let go of? And number 5, way over here in the tip of the arrow, that's the one that's really going to get you moving. What should I focus on moving forward? So give me a new focus, right? All right. Okay. After I closed it. It's all good, it's all good. Let's see, maybe. How about if I write it down? Will that work?
Yeah.
I'll borrow one of their pages.
Did you write it on the first board, Tracy, and on top of the card number?
No, because I would run out of room.
They're gonna post it on the web. I'm gonna post it right now on Facebook. So,
But do you have all of the 1, 2, 3, 4s?
I just took the picture. Yeah.
No, what they are.
Nope, that's what I'm going to be writing.
That's what I was going to write. So I'll just go ahead and do this. All right. I know she's got better colors than this red. Here we go. Here's a blue one. Let's see, does this one work? Number 1. Why am I stuck in this rut? Right? Number 2. What's my first step to getting out? Huh? 3. What should I let go of? 4. What else? And number 5, focus on moving forward. Does that work? All right, we'll just leave that up there for you. Let's see. Hot diggity. Love it when it comes together, you guys. This is so awesome. All right, and then we are gonna, another tool that you can use to get unstuck. Sometimes our chakras get out of balance, right? When we're stuck because we're carrying a bunch of psychic garbage in there and in our auras. So today we're going to do a rebalancing our chakras, a meditation for that. So ultimately, getting unstuckedness begins with a decision. So the first thing you got to do is decide. I'm not going to be stuck anymore. I've learned what I needed to learn. I've done what I needed to do. It's time to move forward. So you just do one thing every day to move yourself in that forward. Because you know that when you roll something down a hill, it gathers momentum, right? It's like making a snowball. There we go. Here we are with the snow again. I must be wanting it to cool down. So when you build a snowball, a snowman, you start out with this little bitty snowball, right? And then you put it on the ground and you start rolling and it picks up some snow and picks up some snow. And pretty soon, if you got this big honking snowman, you need 5 people to put the thing together. Do one thing. That was just one thing. I made a little bitty snowball, right? Tomorrow I'm going to roll it on the ground. And the next day I'm going to push it some more, right? One thing. That's how it starts. Yes?
It's like you have to motivate yourself because nobody's going to help you.
This is true.
You have to do it on your own.
She's saying you have to motivate yourself because nobody's going to do it for you.
I've been there before where I've been down here, but you got to lift yourself up every day.
And don't forget that you're not alone. I have something to help you remember that you're not alone, that we are all one part of this conscious cosmic psyche stuff. I found this little puzzle because to me it's a picture of Tinkerbell. I went to the Goodwill, 99 cents. I'm like, oh God, please let it be all there because I needed 100 pieces, right? And that's all I wanted. I didn't want a big one. Isn't it cute? So I went home and I put it together, right? So while I was putting this thing together, I was contemplating the message and everything. So everybody, as the bowl goes around, take one piece and hang on to it. Now you can take this and you can write a word on the back that will remind you of what you need to do to get unstuck. or a word that blesses you. You can put a magnet on it, stick it on your fridge, because this is going to be your reminder that you are not alone. You are part of the whole. We are all one. Another thing that we can do to get unstuck is to breathe. Right? All right, so we're going to do a real quick little practice before we get into the meditation. But everybody take your hand and put it below. Doesn't matter. Pick a hand, both, one. Now, I want you all to focus on me. Okay, this is something I learned in massage school, so the massage therapists already know what's coming. No, we're not doing the meditation quite yet. So now, what a true deep breath looks like, and I'm going to do that. Okay, you guys, I got a belly, and I don't like this part, and I know you won't either. Some of you have got bigger bellies than me, and some of you have smaller bellies than me, all right? But here's the deal. Everybody gets to do this, because this is going to be a true deep breath. So when you take your deep breath in, you're going to go, and you're going to push that belly out. Okay, push that belly out. Everybody's pushing their belly out, and now everybody has a big belly. Okay? Because what a lot of people do when they take a deep breath, they go, and it's all up here in their lungs and their chest. And that's not a deep breath. And look where my ears are, my shoulders are in relation to my ears. And now you know what that's going to cause? That's going to cause tension. Stress. We carry it there. So, again, everybody, hand below your belly button, deep breath in, and out. Can you feel the difference? Now everybody take a deep breath and go up here in the top. Now in your belly. Can you feel the difference? How amazing and powerful is that? And as you breathe in, imagine that you're breathing in all that is and this cleansing that's coming through, and that'll be part of the meditation too. So I'm going to stop there. Okay, another thing that we can do to get unstuck is believe. How many of you have ever been really stuck? I mean, really stuck. Pit of freaking despair. Like my mud pit, right? The world is going to end. Okay, but you're here. Are you still there? How many of you have been in that stuckedness, are still in that stuckedness? Not after today. I only had one hand out of, I don't know how many of you are here. So believe.
Nobody wants to tell you.
Nobody wants to tell me? That's okay, because we are going to have a meditation that's going to help you get out of that. Yes! And remember that we are all one. You have help. You guys, this is your family. If you are so stuck and you can't see a way out, get on the Divine Fellowship's Facebook page, put a message out there and say, I'm really stuck. Can someone help me? That's all you got to do. And believe that somebody in this group is going to reach out and help lift you up out of there. Because the best way, the fastest way to success is to help somebody else. Right? And when you do help somebody else get unstuck, you're doing a random act of caring. And you're making a change. And sometimes you get that little message from God, the universe, that says, you have the information that they need. No, I'm not going to reach out. This is stupid. You have the information that they need. No, I can't do this. Okay, right? Make the change and step out of that comfort zone and do it. Because something that you have inside of you is needed by the person who's reaching out. All right. That's it. Do we know how to get unstuck? Okay. Thank you. Okay, now I'm not sure what comes next. Do we do the first or the meditation first? No, let's do the meditation and then we'll... Thank you. I'm so used to sitting out here. Oh my gosh, I forgot. We have EFT tapping to get unstuck too, but we're out of time. I'll post that too. Okay. So everybody get comfortable. Uncross your feet. Uncross your ankles. Put your feet on the floor. You want to have a real good connection to Mother Earth. Go ahead and take one of those nice, deep, cleansing breaths that we just learned. May, can you hear me okay? We need the center light out, please. May, can you hear me? Okay, I'll turn my head to the side. I'm going to turn you guys so that May can hear me better. There, how's that? Can you still hear me? Okay. Go ahead and take another deep cleansing breath. And out. Just relax into your body. One more nice, deep cleansing breath. And on this breath, we're going to go ahead and connect through our feet into Mother Earth. Imagine that you have a taproot reaching down, down, down. You can tie a knot if you need to. This is your psychic cosmic root. You can do whatever you want with it. And then we're going to let all negative energy, sadness, fear, despair, anxiety just drain right out. All the worries of the world are gone. Down through your feet into Mother Earth. Let it pull from the top of your head all the way down through your torso, your arms, your legs into Earth. And as that's draining out, you're going to go ahead and connect with all that is. Imagine a beautiful, brilliant white column of light coming down from above through the top of your head, down through the center of your torso, all the way down into the earth. And then it's going to come back up. It's going to bathe the earth first. And as it's bathing the earth, it's going to circle around and come back up, wider than it was before, cleaning out your aura, and going back up, connecting, so you have a circle of connection between the all that is and Mother Earth. And at this point, you can invite your guides to come and join you if you'd like, your guardian angels, loved ones that have crossed over, if you'd like them to walk with you. And we're going to take a little journey today. You're going to find yourself next to a crystal clear pond. It's beautiful. You may see sparkles like diamonds on the surface. It's whatever color you want it to be. The color is unimportant. It's whatever works best for you. Whatever color you like, but it's just clear, beautiful water. And you're going to find yourself kneeling down next to this clear crystal pond. And you're going to reach in with your hands and you're going to scoop some up and you're going to drink that. And we're going to let that quench our thirst. And then we're also going to pour some over the top of ourselves. And this is just washing off the dust of the day. Know that this is pure source energy that you're pouring over you. And you're going to use this source energy water to cleanse your mind, your heart, and your soul. And now that we've done that cleansing, we're going to look around. We'll stand back up and take a peek. And we find some stones for skipping. And we're going to have a little fun and skip some stones across the top of the water. 1, 2, 3. See how far. Can you get your stone all the way across the water to the other side? How far it goes is how far it's supposed to go. There's no right or wrong. It goes where it needs to. And now we're going to go ahead and sit on the side of the pond. You can sit on the bank, on a log, on a stone. Maybe you have a chair or one just shows up. And we're going to dip our toes into this beautiful, cool water. And while we're sitting there refreshing our bodies with our feet in the pond, we're going to get a picture of a flower bud. It can be a rosebud, a dandelion, a lotus, whatever flower you like and you choose. And we're going to start at the root chakra, at the spine, at the base of the spine. And you're going to imagine this flower bud as red. Go ahead and place that red flower bud there at the base chakra. And you're going to imagine it opening into full bloom. And now that that bloom is fully open, we're going to move up to the sacral chakra. And that flower bud is orange. So imagine that orange flower bud at the sacral chakra area blooming fully open. And now we're going to have a yellow flower bud for our solar plexus chakra. Imagine that one opening fully. Next is a green flower bud for the heart chakra. See that there, fully opening and blooming beautifully. Moving up to the throat chakra, we see a blue flower bud opening beautifully, fully, completely. And now we're finding a purple flower bud for our third eye chakra. Again, that bud is opening fully. Then we move up to the crown chakra. We find a white flower bud there, blooming and opening completely. So now you have this rainbow of flowers lined up in your chakras from base to crown. We're going to move back down to the root chakra, leaving your flowers where they are. And we're going to imagine a stream of earth energy now flowing up and out through your root chakra. Imagine it flowing like an open faucet with gallons and gallons of white light energy flushing right through that root chakra. Next, we're going to pull another stream, like a cord, of white light energy up through the sacral chakra. Imagine it is flowing fully and flushing energy out through the sacral chakra. And we're going to pull another stream, like a cord, of white light energy up through the solar plexus chakra. Imagine it flowing fully and flushing energy out through the sacral chakra. And now we'll pull another stream, like a cord, of white light energy up through the heart chakra. Again, flowing fully and flushing energy out through the sacral chakra, the heart chakra. And we'll pull that same white cord-like energy up through the throat chakra, flushing the energy out through that heart chakra. And another white cord of light energy running up through the third eye chakra, flushing energy out at the third eye chakra as well. And one more cord of white light energy up through the crown chakra. Imagine it flowing fully and flushing energy out through the crown chakra. Now that we have all of those cords and streams of light flowing, we're going to start at the crown. And we're going to start pulling these streams of energy out like we're unplugging an extension cord. One by one, imagine them falling back to earth. And as the energy ceases to flow, it's time to close each chakra. Now we're not closing them all completely, only partially. We're going to turn down the energy dial on each chakra. Starting back at the crown, imagine a radio knob associated with each chakra. Imagine turning the dial down to a point at which you feel comfortable. If it's too low, you may feel a sensation of heaviness. If it's too high, you may feel a little anxious. Just go ahead and imagine yourself adjusting the dial to that optimal state for you. You'll know what it feels right when you hit it. Now we're going to travel down the chakra system, adjusting the dial for each chakra to a state that feels comfortable for you. You'll know when you've reached that optimal point. And once you have all of those dials set appropriately for you, we're going to have you visualize all that empty junk that was flushed out of your chakras, piled up around you. Now imagine yourself or your spirit guides taking a broom and sweeping that chakra clogging junk into a garbage can until it's all cleaned up. Now go ahead and take a nice deep cleansing breath. Let it out slowly as you make your way back to this time and this space. You can open your eyes when you're ready. Wiggle your hands and fingers, toes, stretch. Okay, welcome back everybody. How'd that feel? Do we feel lighter? Cleaner? Fresh? Are you still stuck? If you are, reach out. Someone can help you. Communion is a way of reminding ourselves that we are connected. Christian way is the body of Christ. I call it the body of the conscious cosmic consciousness. I can't get those words out. So if you'll all share with us today and a reminder that we are connected through body, the body of Christ and the body of all that is. We have unleavened bread for those who like tradition, rice cakes for those who are wheat intolerant, and animal crackers for those who want to follow the Native American pathway. If you pray with me. Divine Source, we thank you for this coming together. And I want to thank you for letting my message come out. Thank you for this connection. And may we all be reminded of that connection as we journey on today. In Jesus' name, amen. We're going to call this Nectar of the Gods today. Nectar of that cosmic consciousness. And as we drink this in, this will be a remembrance and a reminder of that shower that we gave ourselves at that pond. Just showering ourselves with that source energy that cleanses us and connects us all as one. You pray? Thank you, Father, for this beautiful, beautiful reminder that we are able to cleanse ourselves. Amen. I was like, oh, I don't know.
You're so cute. I love you.
Yeah, well, you know, sometimes short and sweet's better, right? Does anybody have any comments on their meditation? There really isn't an interpretation for it. So if you just wanted to comment about how it went for you, then we can pass it around. If not, we'll just forego that. Okay. Would anybody like to do the, any volunteers? There we go. Volunteers? Volunteers? Anybody? You want me to do it too?
You're on a roll.
Oh, let's do it. Okay. Well, we all know that this is how we keep the lights on. And it seems like I say it every time I come up here. Be a blessing. Because this place, I'm sure, has blessed you as much as it's blessed me. So bless in the way that you can. If you can't give of your finances, give of your time, give of your services, give of yourself. As the baskets come around, if you don't have finances to put in it, just pass a blessing. Because the money that gets put into the basket gets blessed, and then it gets blessed again, and then it goes out into our community and beyond with those blessings attached. So bless it financially, or just bless it. All right. Too much quiet. Any questions? Because we still got communion going around and the baskets going around and... Thank you.
Hey, Tracy!
Yay, Tracy! Thank you guys for being so receptive and so wonderful. You guys are amazing. You know that.
If anybody has any comments, we can pass the mic around while the communion's still going, and then we'll circle up.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Right? Anybody have a comment?
Yes.
I just wanted to say that I heard everything. Thank you.
Yay! You're welcome. I'm glad you heard everything. Oh.
I had a really cool random act of caring yesterday.
Oh, cool.
I had just gone grocery shopping, and it was a zillion degrees outside. And on my way home, there was a kid holding one of those business signs, "Come to our business," waving it around, you know. And I happened to have the popsicles in the front seat. And so I stopped really quick. It was at a roundabout, and there was nobody behind me. So I stopped really quick, and I just handed a popsicle out the window. And his face just lit up. It choked me up so bad, I couldn't even tell him, "You're welcome." It's choking me up now. But that feeling, I still carry it with me. And it was so simple, I thought, I'm going to buy popsicles every time I go to the grocery store and give one to everybody I see walking down. I'm going to become the popsicle fairy.
That's right. That's
there
awesome.
you go. It was so simple, and it's still helping me.
Thank you for sharing that. That's beautiful. So is it time to circle up? We got a song? All right, Crystal has a song in the queue for us if you guys want to circle up. Oh, wait, no, yes. We don't normally have this down. That's why it threw me. Come on, circle up. Sorry. Here, wrap it up.
That's what I need to do. Yeah, that's what it does every day. It's nothing new. Turn the power off. It went back on after I turned it off. Yeah. But I've been having problems with it. I think I know what it is. Do you have fairies that are? No, it's the power when I have it plugged in. It's not.
Why is it not going off? Go off.